Hey everyone, Paul Carl here. Um, Doing a little website review for Repair Hero from a guy on the Entrepreneurship Discord. Got all my ad blockers removed, so we'll see everything going on here. Um, right off the bat, my first impression is it's very amateur, the design of it. It's a WordPress site. Uh, it's I I don't like that there's no distinction between the navigation and the rest of the page because it's like everything there's so much white space and everything's kind of squished together. I think that it should be some kind of like shadow or a bar here. Let's see if I can see the bottom. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So we got the header here. Um, if I just did, this is gonna be ugly. But if I add border 1 pixel, we'll make it black. I think I gotta put solid here. There we go. Yeah, just something like that. Obviously, make it like gray. Use a little shadow. Something that should give a little bit of visual hierarchy. And I think it's nice to have like the sticky headers these days. And putting this phone number above it would, moving this up a little bit, would help keep it all kind of in sync. The green's a good choice because it does pop out against the rest of the site for color. I'm not a fan of these chat boxes that pop up either. But that's just a personal opinion. They probably wouldn't be used so often if they didn't convert. Um, anyway, let's get rid of that for now. There should be an about and a contact page up here to help build some trust. I would, even if it's like a $5 Fiverr logo where they're just using like some whatever icon, that would be helpful. Or you can actually use flaticons.net. We just do repair. It's probably got like a wrench. Yeah, you can just take one of these, drop some text next to it in GIMP or Illustrator or whatever. Even MS Paint, probably you can pull it off. Just to give it something, rather than just this. There's no brand entity here. Um, so let's see. This is a marketplace for vehicle repair and maintenance. Um, so it's available by invitation only. So right off the bat, I'm not sure. Do I come here because I want to get my car repaired? Do I have to sign up in order to get in touch with somebody? If it's invitation only, what's the phone number for? Um, it's not clear what the goal is here. Like if I need a car repair, am I supposed to call this number? Um, in this sign up form, I'm assuming this goes with this part, but it's over here for some reason. Uh, or is this invitation only for the trusted network of auto shops? I don't think the message is very clear. Let's check out the video. 3 minutes. That's kind of cool. Oh, look, you got a logo right here. Let's go back to that. Repair Hero Tech. You can see what I've been watching. um,
Hey guys, this is Pete with Repair Hero. Today we're going to be doing a set brake pads on a 2016 BMW 550. So stay tuned. Here's me using a impact wrench to remove all the wheel bolts for this BMW.
this is kind of cool. So it looks like you're doing like kind of showing like a how-to.
Here's a shot of me removing the rear calipers. You're going to need a 15mm wrench to hold the caliper pin, and you're going to need a 13mm to loosen up the caliper bolts.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is nice. I tried to fix something on my girlfriend's car, my fiance's car, um, and I was looking up videos to try to
Here's
see
a
how
shot of
people
the
do it,
BMW special tool
and
retractor.
like the camera angles and stuff you got here are really nice.
And
So this is
the
cool. That's a great
sound
video.
test.
Um, I'm not sure what its purpose is though on the site right now. I would say, like, if you're trying to establish trust as like um, as the person doing these repairs, I think you should make it more clear. Because if this is trying to get yourself leads, then you don't really need this network of auto shops. I would say, well, it's hard to give a suggestion here because I don't know what the purpose of the site is. But if I'm assuming correctly that the site is here to generate phone calls so that you can fix people's car, I would get rid of this network thing, this invitation only thing. I would just focus on getting people to call this number. And then you could use this to establish some trust a little bit down here. Northwest Atlanta. Oh, so is this sign up supposed to be with this? I don't know what this early access means. You've mentioned you have a network of auto shops, but I don't know what the value of that is. Are you just having people pay so you can send them leads or something? I think this is supposed to be peace, like PEAC. Let's see. Understanding frustrations. I would maybe specify what those frustrations are, and instead of saying that you're understanding, like maybe if people are frustrated that the price is unpredictable, you could say we have flat rate pricing. Or if people are frustrated because things take longer than they're supposed to, you could say our repairs are completed on time 98.6% of the time, or something specific, competitive advantage like that to really make you stand out against other people. Or maybe even do some kind of offer where it's like, your car repair will be done on time, otherwise it's free, or something like big like that. That would be pretty crazy. That would be a big motivator for people, I think. Commitment. The cheapest quotes. I don't know if you're going after cheap people. You might have to change your whole messaging, because people who just care about price, I mean, they don't really care about much else. I would, instead of saying cheapest, I would say the best value, something along those lines, because like the cheapest is going to be some guy who's just starting out and doesn't really know what he's doing. And even then, if he's the cheapest per hour, the fact that it takes him 10 hours to do a repair that takes you 2 hours to do, then he's not the cheapest. So instead of going after this low price point, I would instead try to focus on the value. What is the free service? I would maybe put like your copyright year down here too, maybe some contact information. If you're doing this to generate leads, I would make everything focus on trying to get people to call this number, and that's building trust and rapport, making a big offer, asking people to call, maybe like a hero image here with with like a picture of you working on a car in the background or something. And then maybe focus on the different services that you offer, or like I said, with the competitive advantages, those like being on time, or being on time isn't free, or whatever makes sense for you and your business, whatever kind of specific metrics you can come up with. I have a blog post on creating competitive advantages that could give you some ideas on that I'll link to in the description. The blog is a great tool here. I think you've done well with that, especially if it's the same quality as like your video here. That's really good to build your trust and show that you're an expert and that you know what you're talking about. You're not just some guy. And I would also maybe include another call to action down here to make the phone call. But that's if this is specifically for doing lead generation. If whatever this program network thing is, I have no idea what it is. You haven't explained it well here, and I think you need to work on that messaging and explaining it to someone who has no idea what this is, and then using, instead of this type of stuff, I think you need to focus on like the benefits and the offers and value and whatever that you add with this network, because I have no idea what it is. Let's see. Fantasy football. Did you get hacked? Oh. I'm not sure if what fantasy football has to do with this. I mean, if you're specifically targeting a certain audience, like your network is for people who don't fix their own cars and who also like fantasy football, I can see that maybe that seems more like a personal blog thing. I would focus just on these like car maintenance tips. That's cool. Why does my car shake when braking? That's a really good keyword, I imagine. There's probably a lot of people searching for this kind of, like, when stuff is going wonky with their car, they'll probably Google it to see the comparison of brake systems, how do brakes work. This is cool, like top of funnel content. But yeah, I hope this was helpful. It's just tough because I want to give better, more specific advice, but like I said, what this program thing is, I'm just not getting it. And yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask me on Discord or email me or whatever you prefer. And best of luck and enjoy the rest of your weekend.